Tuesdays with Master Coach A. Welcome to episode 2. And today we will be talking about opportunities in book writing. Whether you are an author right now, you have published your own book, you're thinking about writing, you have plans of writing, or you know someone who wants to write their own book. I'm not talking about ebook. I'm not talking about a hardbound book. I'm not talking about stuff. I'm talking generally if you want to write, if you want to publish your thoughts, if you want your message come across, not only in your space but outside your space, then this episode is for you. If you know someone who wants to write, if you know someone who have the passion for writing, if you know someone who have a message, who've been thinking about writing, this is the best time for you to invite that person inside our community. Or maybe you may want to do a favor right now, tag that person in the comment below, or share this link to your page, to your community, and also to your timeline. I am coming in live from Decaf Coffee Republic, the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines, where inspiration begins and transformation happens through the platform of life coaching. Yes, I'm coming in live, and that sound, that clap is not a con sound. Real, there are real people in the house. Also, if you are interested, you want to meet with us, you want to have a chat, have a conversations, have some coffee, some tea, some milk with us, then we're open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and I'm here right now. Okay, I'm staying here until nighttime. So if you are coming, within the area, why don't you just visit? Give us some visit. Let's have some conversations over coffee. All right, this is located inside Pioneer Center, commonly known as PC, along Pioneer Road, corner Bixtons and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. If you are familiar with Unila Bayanihan Center, we are simply across. So I hope to see you one of these Tuesdays. If you want to come in and join me for my live episode, you are free to do so. So welcome once again. If this is the first time you are meeting me, if this is the first time that you are joining the Tuesday with Master Coach A, so I am Master Coach A. My name is Adet Purto. You can find me in your digital space. Okay, you look for me. I am Adet Purto, Master Coach A, as many people would call me. All right, so I am the chief community builder in this space, and I am with fellow builders, fellow coaches, fellow change agents in this space. So I'm not alone building this space. I am not alone serving you. There's a lot of fellow coaches, change agents in this space, building this community, serving you, helping us out to reach as much as we can. My mission in building this community is to build a space, a community of 1 million change agents who choose to stay alive and live beautifully. Okay, in this space we grow, we expand, and we thrive as a tribe through training, coaching, and community building. And this is not just for us, this is not exclusive for us, but also for you. So we hope that you are starting to learn from what we are doing inside the community. And if you are interested to know more, if you are interested to get support, if you are interested to start building your own community, then, all right, we are a tribe of hundreds, and thousands of coaches across. So let us know how we can help you. As a professional certified life coach, my focus is impact, income, and influence. And this is exactly what I do inside Coach A Coaching Club. I help people, I help people in impact the space that they occupy, turn their talents into income, and definitely create the influence, not only in the circle of people they know, but outside their territory, their chosen territory and domain. And so, all right, if you are a club member, give a big shout out in the chat box, right now, we are on batch 3. Our mission as a club, is to create massive impact by turning our talents into income and influencing the people in our chosen domain and territory to the platform of life coaching. We are now on batch 3. We are officially closed for membership right now, but we will be opening soon for batch 4. So just in case you want to be part of this premier group, this premier club for coaches and entrepreneurs, just get in touch with no other than Coach Rizel, our operations manager, 0917-586-1661 to know more about the club and reserve your slot so that when we reopen again for batch 4, you will get notified. Okay, so Again, if you are just diving into everyone who's in the space, I can see Coach Cherry Minas. Okay, congratulations. She just came in from a conversation from a training. Okay, for the people who joined Coach Cherry Minas, congratulations. Mabuhay kayong lahat. And to everyone who's been blessed by what she did and the fellow coaches who joined Coach Cherry Minas, congratulations. Maraming salamat for advancing life coaching. All right, so if you are just diving in, we are talking about opportunities in this segment, in this episode of Tuesdays with Master Coach A. We only talk about opportunities, just opportunities. So again, today we're talking about opportunities in book writing. Okay, so if you can find anything to do, okay, if you can find the things you must do, if you can think of the things that you should be doing, okay, what do you think is that? Okay, so what is it that you think you can find to do in your spare time? What are the things that you think you must do, or the things that you can do? Because oftentimes we are zero in, we are focused on what I must do, and we tend to overlook that in our hands, within us, okay, we have unlimited potentials to do so many things. So can you find things to do? Do you have things to do? Can you still do things, okay, in your life more than what you're doing right now? Why do I ask you that kind of questions? Is because opportunities in life expand or shrink in proportion to our belief, in proportion to our mindsets, and the way we see things. Oftentimes, when we focus to the minute things, to the petty things that oftentimes aren't working in our lives, we get stuck. When in fact, there are so much opportunities lingering. Okay, many people would say there is money on the table that we are just allowing to sit still while we look for opportunities outside our home. So if you are connecting with me, let me know in the chat box. Okay, now in the caption of this episode, you can find there a link. Okay, the link is for our 5 days book writing challenge that I did last year. Okay, so let me just tell you that I am not sharing this with you because I'm offering a course. No, I'm not offering any course on book writing, book publishing. What I wanted you to know is that you can start writing in this 5 day book writing challenge. There's a lot of authors, there's a lot of writers, there's a lot of people who get to start writing their own book. Now, that's not the focus of what I'm going to share with you today. What I wanted to focus on and dive in, okay, is that how you can grow as a person, okay, how you can expand in territory, and how you can thrive in your business through book writing. So let me recap that once again, just in case you are just hopping in. So I said that in this community, okay, we grow, we expand, and we thrive as a tribe. So what I wanted to do every Tuesday is to come in and talk to you about opportunities among the things that you are probably doing right now, what you must do, or the things that you know you can do, but no one is really helping you realize the opportunities that's lingering around and waiting for you to take action on. So now it's all about book writing. So if you are a writer, you have a heart for writing, let me know in the chat box. Okay, let me know if that is you. Okay, so to all the fellow change agents joining me in this afternoon, thank you so much, change agents. To all the club members, coaching club members, thank you so much for joining me. So let's talk about growth, expansion, and thriving through book writing. Okay, so 3 things. I'm gonna dive in straight right now. Okay, so book writing. How would book writing? I'm sure you have heard that a lot of people will tell you, write a book, publish it, release it. Once again, okay, if you have written a book, release it as an ebook, okay, or publish it in Kindle, you still got a book. Because oftentimes you've got this mentality, this mindset, oh, I don't have a book, it's not published, it's not hardbound, it's not like printed, it's just an ebook. Don't say it's just an ebook. An ebook is an ebook. Okay, yes, it's an electronic format, but ebook is a book. Okay, so just say I've got a book. So your book can be in electronic format, it can be in Kindle, it can be hardbound, it can be printed, softbound. Immaterial of that, the thing is you've got a book. Okay, so if you got a book, okay, you got a book, whether you have published it or not. Okay, so you've got a book in there that you are polishing, you are editing, so you got a book in there. Let me know in the chat box if that is you. Okay, so let's talk about your growth potential, your growth opportunities as a person. All right, when you write a book, okay, people would say, write a book, okay, you rose to the authority rank, people see you as an influencer, you've got money, you've got, what else? They tell you got passive income. Okay, by the way, if you don't know how to create active income, it's impossible for you to create passive income. So yeah, take it from me. Yes, I am sure of that. Okay, so what is the growth potential? What is your growth opportunities when you write a book? Okay, so you can think a lot of things, okay, but here's the thing. You can encapsulate the opportunity in writing a book, okay, in terms of message, okay? When you get to write a book, when you write your book, when you start writing your book, the growth opportunity for you is you're able to speak about your message. And the thing there is, you're not going to be able to speak about your message if you are not in acceptance of your message. Are you connecting with me? How many of you here joining me have a message, but you kind of thinking, is this really the right message? Will people accept my message? Will people say yes to my message? Will people say, oh, I've got a wonderful message? Let me tell you the truth. People looks for brave people, brave souls, brave individuals who would come out in there and say, hey, this is my message and this is what I'm fighting for. So if you want that growth potentials to happen in your life, that growth opportunities, be brave. Speak of your message, share your message, let the world know what you want to happen. What is it that you're fighting for? What is it that you're believing for? Okay, I'm not talking about you becoming radical, you going on protest, okay? When you hear the word fighting for, what I'm saying is fight, okay? Fight against your tendency to ask permission from people before you speak. Because we've grown in a territory, in a culture where before we get to say our piece, we want everybody to agree with us. Now, here's the thing. Your message is your message, and you don't need anyone to approve of it, because you don't want your message to be diluted because the people in your space is not in agreement with your message. Now, think about it. How many people their message is something that is taken from a standpoint of personal battle cry? So your message is personal to you, and maybe it will take time for people to accept that message. It might take time for people to say, "Oh, I want that message." It doesn't matter, because when you write a book, you put that words, you put that message into a pen and a paper, you write it, and as you keep writing it, more and more of your message get to the flesh and the bones. All right, you are breathing to that message. So that is the opportunity. When you grow as a person, you learn that, okay, there are so much potentials opening to you. You will grow in confidence. You will grow in posture of humility as well. Because as you write your book, you ask people in truth for their feedback. Not to be diluted, not to be stopped, not to be crippled, but because when you start speaking of your message, when you start sharing your message, when you start putting that message, okay, in that pen, okay, in that notebook, using the pen, of course, obviously, okay, what would happen is it strengthens and you grow your faith, because in that moment, okay, you will get back to who you truly is. What are your core values? what God is telling you. What are you called to do? What is your purpose? What is your mission as an individual? You grow in faith. And at those times when you seems to be looking for what to write, you go back to who you truly are. So you become more prayerful. Okay, you spend more quiet time, you spend more time reflecting on things, and you spend time really connecting to our creator. All right. So those are three things that you can grow. And I'm sure as you listen to me, listen with me right now, and all of these things, if you are still thinking like Master Coaches me and Coach Sean, Coach T, and Coach Candy, all right, hello. OM, okay, if you can think of the ways you can grow because of your writing, put it in the chat box. Let other people know your thoughts. Okay, to all the fellow change agents, to the club mates, all right, let me know how can you grow as a person by sharing your message and allowing your message to be written, and definitely sooner or later some people or more people will get to read your message. All right, point number two, how do you see the opportunities in expansion in territory and network reach when you start writing the book? Here's the thing, don't just like look into, okay, when I got a book, I will do book launch, I will be invited in seminars, in session. Yes, it will also happen, but what I wanted you to see here is the expansion in territory and network of like-minded individuals. You will get to attract people who believes in your message. There are going to be uncharted territories that maybe you don't even know it's existing, but it's there. And you don't even have to look for them. Naturally, you will get to attract them. All right. So you will get to see that when you start writing your message, your network, your reach will naturally increase organically because there are people like you who believes in your thoughts, who also fights for the same thoughts, who also believe in the same message. All right. So your expansion and territory and network will naturally happens. Okay. It will organically happens only when you go back to number one. What you're sharing is your message and that you're growing with your message. And number three, all right, you try as a service provider. Yes, definitely there's money. Yes, there's income in book writing, but that's not what I'm talking about. Why would you try? Why would you try as a service provider when you start writing? Because when you start writing, the more that you pay close attention to what you can offer. You pay close attention to your gifts. You pay close attention to what you can do more. You pay close attention to what you always wanted to do but never had the chance to do. And with that, naturally, as a service provider, you become more. You grow with it, right? So all the money will come, opportunities will come, invitations will come. Definitely, absolutely. But remember, in book writing, the opportunities begins with your message. It expands with the people who you will be attracted, and it will naturally allow you to thrive because you become a more responsive, a more determined service provider with a heart. And I hope you are learning that more than the money, which will naturally come, okay, is the opportunity to grow, to expand, and to thrive in book writing. If you are connecting with my message, let me know your thoughts. If you have questions, let me know. If you need support in doing this, let me know as well. Once again, I am not the only person in this tribe. We are a tribe of many hundreds of coaches who is so excited to meet you and to help you. And so, as I end this episode, let me introduce to you one person from Coach A Coaching Club, Batch 1, who is an author. Published her first book, and now she's writing her second book, and she's just like as an ordinary individual like you with a message to share. All right, so take it away.
Hi, everyone. Yes, my name is Saibel S. Avance. I am from the mountains of the Cordilleras. I am Kankanay Igorot. And I am, of course, a graduate. I'm a life coach graduate from the Master A's Coach A Coaching Club. And yes, I'm actually, as an author, I actually have written a book
Yes.
entitled A TED.
Yes.
understanding the timeless values ingrained in the fading Kankanai tradition. Of course, the
Mm-hmm.
Kankanai is, um, yes, that's right. Master Coach is my book.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. And of course, if we say Kankanaay, these are the tribes from the mountains. But the book does not actually talk only about the Kankanaay rituals that goes with it, but it zeroes down more on the values that is embedded on these rituals, why we do it, and what's its connection to life.
Yeah, and this is just recently published. Everyone from Coach A Coaching Club, receive it, and Coach Seibel is part of Coach A Coaching Club. So we just celebrated, and Coach Seibel have given us a beautiful dedication for that. Okay, so we have it handwritten. So, Coach Saibel, we've been talking about, I was sharing with people about the opportunities in writing a book. And I'm sure many people are watching right now and thinking of writing their own book. It's beautiful that your first book, you are now on your second book, right? Your first book talks about what is close to your heart. And oftentimes, that's what we do. That's what you do as authors. You write something that's closest to your heart. And many miss the point that more than the money, okay, that you can generate from the sales of the book, okay, there are countless of opportunities that you can get. So maybe you can share with them maybe three of top of mind that you have gotten or you experienced since the release of the beautiful book.
Yes, Master Coach. And those who are, wanting to be an author as well, maybe this would help you further. Coming from me, starting author, still budding, as they say. So,
Yes.
yes, top three. One is, of course, as they say, income and business. It's an income because, of course, because coming from the sales of your book, you'll be having like an added income that goes in your bank or your bank account every day.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, po. And it's actually a business as well. It starts a business because, mind you, it's not only the book itself, but because there are so many
Yes.
people who is going to be asking you to um, come to their events to explain it and to give more. And basically, they give fees and payments for that. So it's income and business that goes. But
Ah,
aside from income and business, you'll be able to have the publicity of an advocacy. And as you
that's
said,
it.
Master Coach, yes, as you said, Master Coach A, it is something that's very close to my heart since I'm an Igorota. And
Yes.
normally the word Igorot in a certain perspective is not that good as being accepted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it's really close to my heart where this would publicize what I really want, what that other people would understand about what I want. This advocacy of understanding this ethnicity or this background or this word itself. And most importantly, aside from of course income, business, and the publicity access, these people, one important thing that goes with being an author is the message that you give, the impact and the legacy that goes with the book. So the message that goes with the book touches lives of other people.
That's right.
um yes, it is you as an author would actually be like a messenger of hope and faith and love to other people. The content of your book is actually your heart, your totality, your wisdom, you the wisdom coming from God, given in the books, but your totality as an individual. So, for example, with my book, it's not only about the ritual itself, but it's about my experiences, my faith, how I think or what I think, and
How
the
you
other
see it.
learnings that I have. Yes, how I see it, and other
Yeah.
learnings that I have gathered from, from when I was young up until now as I reach this age.
Yes, and I like what you said, that it's impact, which is very much aligned in what we do inside the club, where we talk about impact, like massive impact, and speaking and sharing about our message. And I want to dive into that portion, Coach Saibel, because a lot of people, they have a message. Like I believe every one of us got a message, and a lot of people would want to write, and many of them are really gifted, right? So they can write, and but the question is, will there be someone reading my book now? If somebody is like watching you right now and they got that question, What's your message for them?
Oh, yes, Master Coach. Like, even if that's someone, even if it's just one, if only
One
I could,
person.
yes, just one person, that would already be like a payment for everything that I have, for the time, the effort, and everything that I have, gathered together just for that book. Even if just one, whose heart would be turned, whose heart would be touched, and whose heart would actually be impacted, influenced, that would actually really mean 100 millions of money for me, a master coach. Because once I touch a heart, it would mean that my message is, carried through. And as you said, as you always say, master coach, that, the message, the person, your value as a person is there. And once this value or this message touches even just one person's heart, that would be a blessing.
More than enough. Okay. So,
Mm.
coach, let me extend also the opportunities, because normally when you're right, okay, one of the opportunities is as you express, as you share your message, like in your case, we talk about the Igorots, okay, the ethnicity. And yeah, you're right. A lot of people are not really looking up to this culture, to this tribe, to these people, because of a lot of things that happened. That's why when I went there, I was telling you that there's something in this culture. Okay. Now, I want to extend that opportunities now. What is the blessing that it brought to the Igorots, to the tribe?
The blessing is so much, Master Coach. It's overflowing. The blessing
Okay.
of them being respected, the blessing
Um,
of them being understood by other people.
yes.
Yes, the blessing that they can actually reach other hearts, so they can, we can, or we as a tribe can actually bring across the message that we have, the, the good values that we have here in the uplands, and they
Yeah.
could actually appreciate it as well, and have it applied in their lives, is already a blessing for the tribe.
So it extended the opportunities of money, the opportunities of publicity, opportunities of being known, extended to the tribe. And I like what you said, respect, right? Because a lot
Right.
of people have lost it along the way. And oftentimes, okay, when we read, when we write and we read, okay, we're able to breathe life to what has been dead. Right, Coach Saibel?
Right,
So
Master.
I'll give the floor to you to close the Tuesdays with Master Coach A. And I'd like you to give them one final message so that all the writers in there who still hesitant to get started, give them a message to finally make it through this 2021.
Thank you, Master Coach A. And yes, I really want to invite you, those who are authors and would be authors, if you think that you could not write, or it's not enough or something like that, please do remember that your story is unique. You are unique. No one could ever duplicate what you have as a message. And there's one person or many person around the world who is actually waiting to read that message. And if there's a way that you can write that message and save one soul, one heart, then that would
That's more
actually
than
bless
enough.
the world. It's
Yeah,
more than enough. It would actually make the world go round, as they say. It would actually create an impact and influence that, basing you as a person who is holding it, if you are not going to be like giving that, or letting other person be blessed because of that message that you're holding on to, then of course
that's more than enough.
yes, you're making the message dead. So
All
yes, I
right.
invite authors.
Thank you so much, Coach Saibel. We'll see you again on next Tuesday with Master Coach A. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, Master.